Asetena Pa W and I don't ga na Akoto aba. Eho nsusuanso de damonim. The NDC party a ewo opposition say no. Ena omo Frank Etufo ewe ne by almost 57%, unprecedented in the history of the Fourth Republic. Ena wabeye the president-elect. Wamrashe bedwam no, na manyokuo NDC no, ewo 180 votes, 80 MPs. Yeah. Ena NPP, what omone na we say 83 say. And yet the resource enipa bebre expected. Me sure say obi getting it right. Pesa overwhelming majority. Na edense bebre aba ene president elect I inaugurate a team 5-member team. Yes, say Operation Recover all loot. Sebe obi efa kwambone so efa oman sika oman japade edi ye bibi ma ono ankasa ne ho ene nebusua emema kentile awa enum a omo beje sa na ema no Samuel Okujeto Ablaka Honorable Martin Pegu Domlevo, former Auditor General, the Enquirer editor, investigative journalist, Raymond Archer, and I think that there's somebody. Okay, so COP retired Nathan Kofi Boache, and yede Jumedi National Monsa say, "Oh my God, the Japadi be or baby, and now be our far mangana." Cathedral so bo manga na krono di nye japade no omo nhwehwe na omo nje aloya fo mienu osisen ene ka ho miensampo ene ka ho enti me ye sure say ye demra ebe ka ho na enye se ebi obi a ye nene wo asem bi personal vendetta bi ene nkrofo ebe yusi e de achieve na mini bright can come bodu ebedi abatu eyi ho nkomo bright head of sports pure fm odo also na BKB show na 24th December ye be start a show on YouTube no ono also na edi ho chiame Oliver Khan the ship dealer so ne console man no also ye how does he describe it? Consumer. Little brother. It's bright and many know air treating como Veronica and Cora Holmes. Inyama Media Consult, a rubber quinque, and I say I didn't commodity a brain coffee. Was this the results you expected? 2024 general elections. Now win and now if you say ABC.
Me Kasa, yes, because I knew it was very difficult for MPP to win. I knew it would be difficult for MPP, but no meaning say and this be winning with the kind of margin as overwhelming, endorsement Ghana for their moment. But of course, you know, very difficult. So yeah, who are BEM now? Incumbent now,
especially after our term.
After our term, no, yeah, difficult, and especially moments our mind widen. Yeah, now a message to break. And you know, even happened in America with Kamala Harris there too. No more tries on become about the character of Trump, the way of Trump. No, I'm also tries to let's stick to the economy because the economy is very important. And no, it determines virtually everything. Maybe baby, I'm going to say never the MPP. The kind of messages that are now called out. And the behavior of our president, to be very honest.
Nana
Akufo-Addo, I think say why a lot of the service to the party no? Because especially as a vice in April, now feels also party near to me. Anytime you are speaking, you should speak like Ona Ope to me. Ona Ope.
Especially when he had said, say, person be handy over power to
exactly.
A different
so it means that your actions and inactions should align with
their goal.
Because share the two personalities. Bawumia as a person, very respectful. I mean, or company for him no more kasakro to say ubunipa. And Salim I encounter with him, but my colleague journalist share and maybe say, when you see the man, you will love him because or you're down to earth, or you say what you say. Personally, I had a chance to meet President Mahama, Golden Tulip. I check the way he spoke to Yani Ejinahono. And he said, I was like, this man is,
he's also down to it.
He's down to it. So, I mean, say, have two people no more or more proud than no. Be down to be a people. But I said, Bawumia, they're nothing on over. Mama, then the people know him already.
But the president, how even at that point,
how humble he is and how he relates to people. Inti Bawumia, they're not people being born a pie in Nanado. Because an Nanado name, you might have been president. Now, I'm focusing on Munipa. And we say or struggle the first two attempts. And now for back down to the level of Siminian Monson, Pamacho, I'll call Obi the Diko to me, showing that he's ordinary. He's an ordinary man, just like all of us. Timo be who is so to say. It's after becoming the president. I've but he forgot that his party needed it. His vice needed it. It is certain comments we are not here. Number one, economy. Let's be honest. The dollar CD thing now also, and it was so sad that I feel that in future, I don't say members in future, and also more training for their communicators, not a for the power, more any training for narrative in the crop. Because I listened to an MPP comment, MPP person, also social commentators, but being baby who so aligned to a
political party.
Yes, I say, can't say. The economy is not all about dollar. You want my vote? I'm sitting in a central market. My business is say, my capital is shit. Now, people convincing me to vote and have confidence in your party, your candidate. What is not all about dollar? Sir, about 2 weeks, I'm not for the new bishop. Nanado is what I'm making. About sentiment.
President Kufuor.
Yes. About sentiment. The region that voted for you, your strongest hold, regional, unya 80% of votes you are winning election. So unya 90% turnout. No unya 80% voting for you are president. Or candidate president. You come to that region. Now, what you ready so kasa? You so be a sending message free Kwabri East. Say, yani a 2 abama opa. And my mention that time no beka ni bako beti akasa asem no. Na do ko baby am say no ohini busa nso for development but say man to am me ntimi re akwa afi mo.
This was
say voter region baby.
Debbie a central.
Central, okay.
Central now western.
Man to am me ntimi re afi mo. Iti uba na ye to ma no. E o Kwabri East no. Yes o. Ye de ye to ma ba ye nyap ayi bia ye mpigwa ma anye minister. Ansa na eche gwangwa no vice bi say deputy ma anyi bibia ye kwan ye tuma ma ye de aye nto aba ni bi mamo say won to am nya ye say go kuru mutima am dia no ntimi be threaten me say hey na the ref say hey the same people you ask for the vote
Kofi Nano as well obi send me a video, a link to Pure FM TV, a discussion we had. Na maybe a video, and I'm saying, I mean, at the name. If many brother bring Kwabri East Road, so that's not President Jamaica side. Because let me feel say some power there. Baby, almost to Obama over 85% to say. For development, me one no more be there buying super 6 years or 7 years. Mu farm sanka kwan ba kra Kwabri East. So I was asking say and MP no no problem. And area of why MP before be. Me video say many bra na abre. E na ye kasa ya mo afi wo. E na wa ko interview. Obi ebusa. And now what can say? Of course, ono de owa wo be pe no. E ni vote.
E no obetimi dia bargain.
Exactly. Now when you say nipa kro no send a message, didn't mention NDC. Oh, in marketing a brand, name is very important. Nipa kro no kasa, one NDC one in statement mode, you send a message. It was Nanadu, the president, who mentioned the NDC. Because there are other parties. The people cross one to Abba. And now bet to a big crop bet to a mobile before. Who now say president and say, I opa to men this. Wow, Kukumiti, Yamina Metro, the Odu Kukumiti. Eh, Pugwaji, my said this video, the man. Say, this is be fair Captain Koda. Was you not somebody at the say a video meeting. And that time that Kennedy can come generally. And there was another person. If a wound to me, oh, how many more? Hey, such statement. And my NPP Elusu Abano, you are based 60%.
Because you're sending a message by maybe I can probably be a jam, maybe in your home, don't you know for? Me. Almost to Obama, Oko a year, it could be so almost.
I have no link with Kwabri East. But not the Piameka Kwabri East.
It will say, Denti, Sassam now kind, what can be a true be other? I say, O ground fair, unfair vote. And then, yeah, no qua. O Stronghold, you have about general once, no, O Stronghold, the Ashanti region. Ashanti region, President Mahama, and the sea, Cathedral market. Is it Tafo market? 4 markets, and the sea. Cathedral phase 2, no. A baby, I 8 years, on my area. 8. Your Stronghold. You didn't say Ghana, you also a development, no baby. But your strongest hold. Our names are Hadye. Hannah was in the Embra, Mammy Chardy. One of the things about NDC in a course, so Kakra. I mean, over 33%. So almost 33% on your Ashanti.
There's no struggle to get 30.
Yes. The last time NDC won election, they got 27% in Ashanti. Hey? The entire President Mahama so man and brain man no president. Oh ha, see market ne ho ahwan nyina so say aha or person project or baso because ha ye more cosmopolitan.
And Asante won kai.
Exactly. Enti ene ye bienye ye market ne ho ahwan enti mra ye nyina ye decide say ye go to aba MPP. Meka nyina meka Ghana for. Sorry, ye nyina decide say to aba MPP because that time President Mahama time no. Nyoma e work against you no so e dum so no. Dum so. And there were a lot of stories about corruption.
Yeah.
And I want to say MPP message on the bar about corruption, incompetent. And also what can you manage to go for? What you say? You say confirm it to call a Benino, a Toby to say and what's the idea? Suddenly, Kagana.
It's first. It's because the filling station is you. I say a black one there. Filling station is you.
I no, just to it's the man Ubia because do so no go for you the same way. And it's about here and this number. And the MPP buy. MPP buy. People wanted to see the change they promised. After MPP, excuse now, COVID and Russia, Ukraine, Miss Adenia.
Free SHS buy.
Free SHS, you're talking about 2016. Free SHS, you're talking about 2016. Tier 2 free SHS are near. That is why at 2020, when MPP were still talking about free SHS, a more votes to take on Parliament. Who's on Munko be lose seat? I've known the MPP, a NDC abeboso.
137, 130.
So the free SHS message was not resonating because free SHS ne buy na man for make school. After a car man for butomu because Obama go school be fi azo didi. Na after man for ni skenti. Emre economy no so yes and na after man for adwin ikosi and ye can about MPP ado ye lose ni. Ye can about NDC so ado ye win because I feel that President Mahama also sent home a very good message.
Which I think one of that?
One of the messages are free 24-hour economy.
Oh, and they how many people did they convince with that?
They are convincing you. It
was difficult for them to even explain
exactly. But people voted for it.
Yeah. I think that not to belittle the hard worker, ABNDC for putting in, but in Ghana, the opposition doesn't win election. It is the incumbent who hands it over to them. And NPP handed over power to NDC on a silver platter.
And then, me no be arguing.
If another did,
me no be arguing say MPP I know be brave, almost arm. But I feel NDC also had a message they were sending to people. So I've okay about 24 hours, you know. I would say, honestly, I think the only person who really explained Mickey Cham, I'm never Mickey Charles but aside no. Look at Omutimi sending a very good message about free SHS. Yencham. And almost this first year free at the buy. But the Bakwa, a boa NDC power, of course, we know again. How bad the economy had been run, it played to the advantage. Say, yeah, say, that's another like 4 cedi. Omo nimdia omo be arrested dollar na 4 cedi e be cheno no. Omo na dollar na twema 16 no. It's afina no so ko. But ye can about say handing over power. Let's not forget. You see beyond trouble, but we had about over 60% turnout, right? So it means that 60% of Ghanaians who were registered to vote went to vote. And out of that, over 50, almost 57 voted. Only who got trouble now. The paper need to him. Now him say yeah, and this guy no 8 too. Voting for 8.
The Ottoman or yeah, conscious all corner. He or she went prepared to vote for President Mahama.
What I say? Nti MPP in Trase, almost a number of things they have to do. At the end of the MPP co-opposition, though, that time, at the corner of the NDC co-opposition, we did the same thing.
And Crawford say arrogance on the part of appointees.
Arrogance on the part of appointees. Arrogance on the part of MPs, no? When they had no respect and regard for the people they were supposed to go represent. They be say parliament for himself. You parliamentarian a mini president. That's a sign of my dream. You parliamentarian they are small. You are small. Yeah, why you know? You see, you put them not represent more. Na Ghana you task near for ya it's okay. You know, we say Monswami. The Akoto Mansa wo and I could see your name. Tini friend right. Who we mrache bedwani o. Una ye ni akabi asubin for name sini. Una see your name. Eti unye subin for president. Una subin for small. So go di juma mo. Oba subin na won say won nipa bi o subin ana ukọ asokwa na won nipa bi o ha. Asokwa for metro say ye na di tumi je won say. Ye be ade. And that's what been demonstrated. Kasa bi wo ha ya na enye. Because when you say o kasa che nipa masses. O bre won ase. Na wa church adi mesremu say e na ade no say Bawumia message na no de ban de guitar no Bawumia nyesa na ma bodi hu no you hu say an economic desire was coming to save Ghana. So when the economy was shattered now be catch on the guitar people do not forget easily these days. And Americans are go to he said the young men and women about it too. A lot of people are young people the youth these are people e be pejuma yomu nyebi. Now people wants to travel abroad because they feel say we lose hope in Ghana.
Give you
what you say? Free agents for say we invest in United for money aduma. So those people, so ka someone go to about. You can't tell me the guitar. Na ga go to about. Na MPP ya de bia na say eye belittle Ghana for minds. Thinking that sabi predasa. Sabi o. Ya na no ma kan no mo de MPP. Omo kwa na ekoto. Na obi e-gate. Na obi e overhead. Na obi one. No. Better opinion na. Amatiase. But when I look into my pocket, scanning, I have no idea where I will eat. The person won't care about e-gate. Nobody see airport will be the CEO or go e-gate. What am I say? So how do you convince somebody to vote for you on those lines? So I feel that their messages of trying to get people to vote for them, maybe so hard, then resonate well because also say we mate. For also a mate there. Oh, but I'm saying governance. They can say nkwano bebre na niate social media ni school ni sa dem. Untimi equate trotro meet with being the vice president of a country. The vice president pay emra munya mo ka kire ma munim politics and say una the head of the economic management team and I go do yes.
Yeah.
So it means that all those things so when you come and tell me you are
but so you don't have ultimate power now authority to make.
But you are the second.
Decisions,
you are the second most powerful man in Ghana.
Yeah, but
so you can't tell me, say, you know, we are part of. So if you are not part of any of the failures, how can you be part of the glories in the government? Oh, it will be say, some message no man any. And now while they are trying to coin a message to win, yeah, floating voters. So I say, MPP near this you come boomer registered card bearer members almost do 4 million. Yeah, no.
It's different. No,
yeah, no, you train you be the president. Yeah, no, you dream 15. Into year force hard. This are some of kind of now if you heard your way, you are number 2. See a president. We are see MPs. Ghana MPs 80 was saying, say, oh, finance minister. What my buying a jack in Bonnet. You know, as a meaning in the net, meaning it. President, no, I chess on Fagana form. He was doing things he liked. Also the E-levy back. Ghana forced there be young to me. I'm for a demonstration. What pass E-levy now? No problem. What's up with travel cake?
E-levy cake no coffee.
Now they who's all the Ghana for before.
And there's a nearly bit me. That party, I was part of or more arrange because I cooked. Me na me year aduane call party. E-levy cake no. Obi na ye ba ho. It was unnecessary. In fact, leader who ye no. Na esi table so awie. Oh. Say it's so unfortunate. Nipakron thought that and Nipakron I know I spoke to Nipakron. Nipakron thought that no, and they say he's not even a politician. Nipakron oh yeah.
It's son we be so yeah NDC for. But NDC for no. Omo me NDC for. Omo NDC. Omo me MPP no. O ye don beto MPP. That is why I've constantly said that rallies, and I feel say overrated by one Bawumia. Because rallies, no more. I thought I come call man call. Now say video be name social quality moto suna. Ezu, baako say it is possible to ono a oni baako. Ono ko this can no dey.
T-shirt the crash so o ma sha boso. O ya ro
no. Nti o ma aka no mo nka mo parties. O mo na mo ye ade a o mo de o ma ni hwe. Na ba obi ye adwuma, obi ye pensioner. The pension. Hey, all the things Nanado in his governance of this country, he was clearly pointing that maybe if you say 41 about my idea power. Because
Justin a contest and Kubina 32.
Onya 32. Obi o man 32 bi adwako. I am very jealous. I'm telling you, Bawumia no me idea power because of the kind of campaigns we remu no more try to convince people no munya bi no. Because pension waje. Ghana for a cry about galamsey. Then you were explaining it. Your government is being given a name, say, we are corrupt. Someone keeps over $1 million in his home, in her home. Hi. In her home. Now, president, even before.
Nikunu aka court nano a engineer or cycle for. I say a payment. A juma ye or a tamale, any demand.
The payment or your payment. What bank for this come I am found? But our president, who holds,
president reaction are okay.
Yes, yes, I'm the buyer. If I call resignations, I know you'll be exonerated. What about president?
Oh, a people can my dear Cecilia.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. I'm not for and as a president, I didn't know. On cry, also enjoy it. Inti, Nanado, you may be a year. And the party now, a moment to me, so won't be anymore. It's men on no corner. Nothing. Now say on phone, say we renew in farm because you will be at that time. Could be taking up the poster. Say, I said you're on the April. Into on Nadi Beshagana for Bufu. Now you be issue. Now my comes hard dinner. What's it as an committee? Ensure or no. O say no. Onion sure no. Now comes hard dinner. What's okay? Okay, rally. Oh yeah, the kind is possible. And I become digital. No. It is Nanado's contribution to MPP's failure. Nanado nkwabedi be 60% of the thing. And some of all the other factors. No? Because no more here. And I kebi auntie. Just before you have a trouble NSS over 28 million Ghana is going to a person's
and no, they didn't comment. And Ross said to me who said Mr. Sesibe issue statement said a false it.
And now, Nansama who said, Miracle Abajin so can say, maybe they should have listened to Ghanaians about the cathedral. One of the things that got a lot of young people very angry, right? People don't have jobs. And Yakran say, a place where judges were residing. Yakub Budanegu said, now I'm never asked for demo. My dream was maybe I'm on because the essence that if you build a cathedral, that's a genuine ubesi crowd, you see. It just say anybody who has to go to the cathedral should be at the cathedral. Yes, sir. Send interdenominational service or what? It just say, so baby a cathedral will be able. Since in the castle ongo. Wouldn't there be buses to transport people? Did we need to demolish a building, a state building, cost the Ghanaian taxpayer money? Near go to Amana, near Cheska over 20 million. Yes, you'll be architect. Any yes, you must spend 58 million. when NADMO people are not paid, when national service boys are staying home, they are not. Now it's a song of Ometo Abakwe. It's in another new year in India. No catch about me as a minia. President Mimo Nibi. It's a problem. It's not. It's rented Omo Ubu Hawankoto. Omo man to na use a moka Omo man to man to. Ubi anytime voter party baby it goes against the incumbent government. Because it only means that people are disappointed. Baby or no, don't go to the one who say, anyone mean it does oh who voting for the opposition. Because of your love for party. No. And now say the person feels oh we now on bad corona because they be away promise or yeah, man. Sana we so but the people who voted, let's not disenfranchise them. Those who didn't vote are no more Ghanaians than those who voted. Omo mo to ba Ghana for, omo go to aba omo say, omo mo to ndo mo gidi say, ebi a President Mahama will be better than Vice President Bawumia. Any reasons in there you better calm adiache. But one of the things that I was hearing in the say, NDC I consolidate a lot of gains our Ashanti region, which is supposed to be the stronghold of the MPP. Look at the other regions. Volta regions at the last election, MPP did well.
Omunya how seat.
Oh, seat no. Me say you guys say oh, adia friends Amewu. Didn't say Amewu. Ejuma wa ye wo pa omo ejuma ye wo pa so ma tete. Oh, I'm saying okay, when people are hungry, they don't care about buildings you put up. Because in the one way or the other, someone may dine them. No one may dine in here. Why am I? So unim say umo be dine them no one may dine in here. And Obama may dine dinner man dine them open dine. Dan dine.
Okay, so bet me a manager could that obi veranda be an.
But they should be near dine. Oh, you okay? But also was dine. Messy way, messy down way. Now we need dine in here. Inti, I'm just hoping. Sir, our new president.
I was going to come to that, sir. Or expectations of the Mahama Opoku Ajimai administration.
My expectation is that they will do a better job than what Nanado did in the last 4 years here in Nanado. Because let's not forget, President Mahama so make a similar mistake. Okay, okay. Who said
one can't
or the side? Me say political.
He doesn't decide. No van na
you don't decide. By yourself, no. Public relations, you so broad. People do not understand.
That's true.
There are some things you don't say, but invariably you've told. What can't you depend?
It could be louder than.
Yes, what you say. At that time, no. Nkrofo no mo ncha bia no mo give you attention to little details no sasabe okọ eyiase a enwuma ye be bokra obetena ase no they should control it. What in point I say so okọ party a no wo de be sakra no they should control it. Sabe o se entuma ni din to resonate with the occasion sani wani nyina wafo ani anko yonkofo mo hwe na the me expect no say obedi president be pay oba ohun baby ohwe ase ohun mo disappointed no ohun baby oye ya amanfo ni je no ena ohun sebe imprediasa ebi akrono ni ketase ebi mo ano mo na ba mu ye ya ekire okotenche na ohun ye o me nani na ho President Mahama can decide say obeso leave a legacy, and I've listened to him in an interview say he wants to leave a legacy so oba the second term obe ye bibi e de Ghana. Adia ye expecting say nyoma o promise yina no obeye. But it is now talking about operation recover all loot. I support it 100%. Obi a wo Ghana krono bi a omitimi age ade ma omonje. So o ma anje kwa na nipa kono ye ni go gina mrem na mra ne ni dili a. Ghana fo benya rehemu say echina bi obi mbedi Ghana sika.
We take action na.
Exactly, because the mandate given to him by the people na kire say they expect him to do something because say recover all loot no kind.
It's in their manifesto.
Exactly. People and also the Ghanaians.
It's their way of fighting corruption.
Corruption.
Yes, punishing
because
corrupt deeds.
People make too much money. When they get too much money.
I don't know. So your first conversation, you mentioned it.
I'm saying say obi ria Obi Riade.
Obviously, you don't know for a fact. Oh,
yeah. Obi
aye in a few inches.
I was talking to Abuchi. I'm going to tell Abuchi be catch. Opa will be send $500,000 go to be account to US. The Bakoban and Jacob Bank or Kajaman and so you do. Over the Bakwadi command. Because when you said you have IRS and get you bury them converse in your scam. Yeah, dear, we know, and yet about doing right. See, cutting the way people steal from this nation. I'm sure this nation will be on its feet to be able to create jobs for the youth. Oh, memoir, every level, every young man wants to live. Almost every house will be a new almost everybody. Opa. Yembusa opa tisi abontin so you and your more dem busa
o say turnout no kra no sa influx of you know
amafo metu kwa ni
ka ho
ebi agwa you know akoma di am ye nyina say obi a won dey
obi di video dey say
obi a won dey but e wo say nyina ti ase say ye false
na see the edem ha
edem na je ku oba busa say oh say Canada US Obeba no
Canada this year. Canada na US and
I'm telling you, Mr. Glenn no me airport. Oba never playing base you say first 100 people better when go America free. Why you know obi die to come here to play. Oh, because I'm obi episode who feel say when people want to leave means that they have lost hope in the system. It you don't know someone try to build it back. I won't say 4 years. 4 years is not that long. But the science can be good. And now, Nukuro want to say, so yeah, not science is good for Ghana for. No one say, Oba, maybe I don't 16. What was here? Be 16 and Jimmy Ma from Cray, 16 for 3 years. And moving baby, Accra. Ghanaians will start having hope. Say, oh, and I did be maybe about Ghana for unemployment. Maybe I 14%. What's me? I am about 7, 8. When the young people are getting jobs.
Progress.
Now, it's just a year who progress. Oba Ghana for years you are saying now what me I am and ne Galam say prince ne wa yakata kata bi so ma say Galam say tu no Ghana hanyende. Na omu tu no say you. Na say you say be say the issue nyina say. When you address those things, among for ebenya GD our system. Most of me can na do dem come free pack go in bank no go na. Among for go fie. And the banking sector clean up. How much did they spend to right? All those things. Nanado, waha party, MPP party, waha pa. But MPP international, no more restructure.
Obviously, I apologize to the party for.
No, omo to about the Nema power grassy. Omo to about. I'm over 84,000. Oh, one constituency. A man over 80%, 82%. Oh, one constituency. Almost almost quiet. Almost as much as one. No, I didn't president. We now also only zone view. Now him say, and you say me MP, and the engineer cabum you two, the agent by change because of no munipa or dinner. Engineer tile will be by a chitunum. But can't be. A bar say almost president to finance minister. Or say all the MPs are normal front. Omuna targeted. But NDC MPs no mobile system. Oh, how young they are. Oh, young people know young. One of the things I feel say NDC was also very strategic. Me knew him no boam. Me hu if I say such a from plains lady no. Dean wifey.
Oh, Dean wife.
Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, young people on the Sadiq. Even A+ when decided to go A+.
And now A bright.
I'm so happy for him. So happy. Because he speaks for the people. I told her in the West, you will because he will be on the star. Shobi said Dumelo. Look how good is done. More young people coming up. MPP should also encourage the young people. More than saying, oh yeah, no more simplistic.
But that's something region. Young people echoing. It was just unfortunate. Yenya Fredachi. The counterpart, the crowd was also young.
Fredachi, I don't know. I know so obey the Nyoma Kakra. Why?
But on against him. Say politics a war hono. Almost crowd contesting. I know a binuma no almost because some feel say what Kumasi na position drew no.
Say omo hwe. Me who say be here about you know, Manchester chairman to know about national BBB. Omo hwe.
Chairman.
Sanmati. But omo hwe omo region. Omutie, they have Justin Kudu, who is a young, upcoming guy as general secretary. And who's an
so they were down for doing 2,000 hours.
Unim Dintra. Me who a year away.
It's like a different ball.
Unim who you obey. Unim say, baby, guys, on what squad name, I'm a commitano. Or but down your cohort, trying to go, who say, people who are not happy with the government, trying to convince them, who's on no Mokasa, no engage you, right? They say, we now, nearby, say, a baby, Biama, or Munyamo, but Tomo business, because he was trying. But, Unsadibo, Makamisa say, we are about cooking advertising. Ubi a better about cooking, there be a me from your baby. No way, no, or the mommy. Say, advert 2 years. Not that you hope you be buffers will be a trader. No good D. Nine yen a da. Uye advert said day, because a day. There are people who worked. Justin Miracle Abwajimo, Yase, could open because also the Casa de Power.
Because they not call a different ministry.
They needed, you need certain people. Some could open no big or no Casacano or yeah, you cry.
Hey, obviously, could call upon commenting or to TMPP. Because of can be far. Also can be and so. Professor come from Paul Boate, also a friend and liar.
Okay, send a sad and not no money no. But almost young guys no more they should empower them. Don't starting before try and get the young people. But don't even say and also do one big the performance of NDC so your position now. Oh yeah, now umpire and say you do an universal pool. That's what you hope for. The NDC apart from campaign up the Mahama one of the things as how Nanado was talking to Ghanaians, how he was treating Ghanaians as if he said, on the king of Ghana, or the to the Swaba. And how the economy was mismanaged.
Cathedral, he be so sorry.
I think but the
things that I'm saying, Crawford, Obi here, dear, not one pair, no one mark, or say, I didn't 20 an hour.
Send me crew me here, be Bunapa. Me, that will be back, Kruma. I will also obey disrespect your person. Exactly. Ubia ohino unso sene he kesiase but ohino so eda dipa no enti ebi kura obese okochia na oye no hino sorry a obetu achia no echire kokoa mu no
uni bi say ma ponten hene
say me ba sorry o yes sir now, the attitude of our president.
Mampontene, or ne Akoto Mampontene were years. This is very 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago. Or only first or you catch it and say, I don't know what year or 2 or the other. Or say, yes, there are more cancer. Or he can't be betrayed. I do not know, no minimum. But if I crawl cars, sometimes say no. The background or you sure say who he that I don't saw them on Pontia crying out say
so be able reading
this is far-fetched
because you say in summer MPP catch no for moment to about 2016 dead it's not month for expectations was so and the moment
yeah bomb pie say Mr. Mahama ne Professor Jane Opoku Ajimai omo ebesa cd it's all for the betterment of Ghana na Kofi
Bawumia say Akoto so oma ebia omobody man ye ya okrebe won say there is nobody who has become president apart from so be our could be also could be there is nobody who has right to be president or
opportunity he has no excuse to fail
exactly when na on that time no kwani po no di djuma no won say oma corruption issues by na ho nyina ohun mu nyina obi a o faili no e wo ministry bia obehu because chances so be self-introspection, by analysis of why you lost and all those things. To whom I am sure I understand. We could be catching and say, "There's all catcher." The party from say, "Ubi more behind than I saw the lobby no."
Saying it on issue statements and let's go around.
I said,
"I'm lobbying for KMA mayor for Mr. PV John to avoid attendance."
Well, we will start to lobby. Oh no, to say level now, President Mahama won. I am sure. Say. lobbying be
and I'm sure I pay so down in
effect sir because
I see 60 ministers.
Yes, 60 ministers.
Deputy and
what I say also telling you now so the people want to see and I am sure maybe be who here me pay our sporting industry.
Okay.
Mess friend say
President Mahama baby sir why not finding a sports minister would have been your choice.
Neil and Van der Poel.
Okay.
Honorable Neil and Van der Poel.
Honorable Edwin Neil and Van der Poel. He was on your show recently,
yes,
right?
because I think that we need someone who acts like a boss over the sporting federations.
And you think he can?
So we at the end of the call boss and crowd. Was a whole soccer. We call boss scrutinize the idea. Watch us say your coffee, you need see. We don't want the minister who come and be in bed with the federations. Because if it's Kerukramum, that's if it's Kerukramum, and the Sardian. Ordinarily, when you say your uncle for your behoma, who are on mainstream politics. No,
be a neutral, be our, CSO, be a
how we who be able to so with the metam play role be.
If you can't have a far more sports minister, not deputy sports minister.
And it's like, deputy, so yeah. So boss, but also our sports should go on because sports also promise a lot. Also be a ministry for youth and a ministry of sports. And no about team, even though he's trying to cut down. Adwuma no ne stress say enye they say the baby adu no I think say the honeymoon period no kwade also mo cutting this year tina me dey so ma tisa committee ya this will be the Kofi watch all the people I also respect so much because of adwuma obeye wa Ashanti the time kai Ashanti adwuma be di wa o ma high stable power man but of course in the political man o mo nya adwuma no obi obeye minister obeyi ni bia no o make sure say we yi nipa ogidi say obetimi aboa no I'm the party I say we need the next 4 years because next 4 years will be pray because
no be pray.
I mean because the party will be pray. Ever contested. And let's not forget MPP is going to change no. Omo go correct omo mistakes na go be do ono. Me so na nando akasa. Abe interview you can be true baby because there o tin can be true baby. So now their campaign will be well tailored around omo candidate on be. Say there is going to be Kennedy or it's going to be Bawumia or Ibia. Another candidate will be
also
whoever me I'm not interested in the internal politics of parties in there. Whoever baby do no message be tailored around the person. I feel you be yeah, be kind I be affected because so be any to me no can sama. You ever say don't get I'm no oye onya mabem party mabem. O can sama. I go try and show to so be a work sala to about mana. All the 2 years in Osaka 7 predators a phone show. Esa anti NDC have their lessons to learn, MPB and so a lot of lessons to learn because of their 2 women. Any but I dear Bakuni. So me delay me na me discuss am to abama me fa say unim so wa anya ade. Unim so wa anya ku.
Obi en ho bit me akochiska online.
Sa.
Unim ade ba kon so.
Agodu. On the Ghana, I was a on because then says so Britain about trouble. In terms of what you say, a Britain and now trouble. Yeah, Hannah Baton, a different. And nothing was steady. And nothing was steady. When you understand your constituents, it becomes difficult to be dethroned. Look at Muntaka. Kwaswasi Parliament. What can Muntaka know? You get my point. When you understand your constituents. So what is signing man say be. So bana bon futu go mu twam bese go raw fie. Na we hwe just go we head ne ko no. Na o ka na utim no. Obi na toma. Ye vote na do ko no. Ena ma onya ka no. Eja na utim no. Ye vote no. Na nyawo ne mom 500 million 700 million. So van ko hada. Na Jubilee House na ko na. But because you saw life you better because you're a member of the legislative
700 million 70,000 70,000
Please get to
they become 700 million how do be who I say
among be everyone says 1 year 1 year go hand scum with S Gratian and the president mama can so be Charles Gratian and
I'm to send a poor kai no
o ka so be twam
ai
and they say me say o ka so be twam nti na Ghana for a party over 2/3
of women majority.
Among sure. You only be a na yo okoto tin se bibia. Oye young person out to me out here. A child so mo. Say obi akotena so we didia me.
And no, it's not just for the politicians. Article 71 holders, office holders, judiciary, and NCC, Electoral Commission, other almost they are unable to fight for salary increment. What is the judge because you get to after every 4 years. Yeah, teachers want more opportunities, avenues fighting for. A better condition of service.
Say, obey you, you pay ways you fighting for on better conditions. But see a cuckoo gun as he say, obey now.
I come no vacancy back. We election results now. A dear back a year worrying. Every election year you can't pass them. But I don't know why I ain't ministers and whether Crawford deliberately do it. Rejected ballots.
So they be edited.
109,861 votes, 0.98%.
Rejected, no. There are a bit more.
A bit into cry. A bit so spoiled. Best that to baby. And now onimutu to the akosi baby. Obi o sheda akoji obi ameniska na obi a ohye ne subi so on control ba me papa akosi say see here there so okoto aba no okoto nipa we obetimi abobo no on varies so no or the akosi
the kai year be kra na eno ze ne no ma na me kuntokai GCP
also got
GCPP police station omunya hwan na vote tell am say kai na ni bi o de hear to so okoto aba say obi an ne de on say me feel say you obi o ha genuinely ebi mo ha ebi o mo nim to and I say ebu on so or tampering tin bi o mo folding na folding ne bi akoko ebi a mark ne bi akoka baby and so mo reject it but still I am education in koso say o de over na reject men kokra o de ati asetena fi mu enu mo beboa because o say vote na rejected ballot nyan no but you need to be edited or election rejected ballot third.
After MPP NDC, no,
Aba. And so no more can you be DH. It's electoral commission.
Okay, so results, no. Why the end shocking? Was Mr. Lancheva's performance?
It's surprising me.
Now we're expecting.
I was expecting more, but I was thinking.
What about Cheddar?
Cheddar is so surprising me. I think he did so well.
You were expecting less, no?
Yes, no, more. Alan, I think Alan wanted change.
Anyway, so fine by him.
Because we meaning two people and them some new money for Fanta. Omo be catch omo to ma NDC. Omo to ma President Mahama.
Okay.
What I say? Maybe because don't feel said no, you
enemy
is
it's your friend.
Exactly. Ultimate winning and you all talk and all to quite but generally once they do elections here, you one against all of them because everybody wants change. And most of the people are only hoping that you go on second round, then they can use it to bargain. But the only time elections can go on second round is if the other candidates are doing well. Because, for instance, common unity
now the difference 1.7 million.
Imagine all the other candidates now 10%. Oh, and then people now 41. It means NDC will get 49. It means that they will push the thing to a runoff. But what this Tanganese decided to do is that the mandate to name President Mahama. Say overwhelming, over 1.7
convincingly.
And then exactly. Say Ghana for nyina gya tum say ebia na nekufado nyoma bi obeye ana nyoma bi oye na ban en adi hwamo after 8 years yen jindi say o say mom break 8 no into ye dey mo je na you and Ghanaians are aware that you can only have 4 years. To 4 years no so ubo then your party can present another person and say that you buy when you make quite near to us. But you never depending on the kind of work they do. I'm only praying, say, you know, for. I go to sort to my president, Mama, and to my president, Mama. We are Ghana. It is about time. Okoko to your album pie, no Bubiama Ghana. No Bubiama. Mikael, Obadi say, you're not coming to Ghana, but before that is Ghana, But this time,
I
say, you know, bumpire say, Yamina holding, no money named dear. Say, Yamina in India, or blessing with another opportunity. Now on Yamagana, ye, the Ghana, what toya, Chrono, the son of Manuel, a 2 week trap, but Mess Renso. Oma, ye to a bar, normally 2 years so, Mansa. Where's Yakoshia? I could break here. Oh, yeah. The security agencies in the shoe act. I know Saturday Anna Eddie because you say, hey, you go here now, baby, now say, we include for no more Bema, I'm very victimized on the side in Ina. But I feel say, Ghana fool my baneto, yet it's anyway be asked. Of course, when you snippets and other pockets of, you know, misbehavior and this baby, but generally, I think it was a good election. And with the voice of the people, and Ghana fool
Bright Kankambodu, head of sports, POFM, host, BKB show.
Now, I go to you, Mr. With the Mufanchame. Manka parliamentarians in Diano. I'm so futu am the mom. Why are you busy Damo Bian? A Chewa dear Baco. Also call. Now be this Munuche, Mebu no more area honor. Kaimuze a Finchaba. In Vienna, everybody is here. On the 20 work for the people. No more premium, my mom. Na me sreme de me ka bia me ka do nyina kwan. Contract
Dunya he take
appeal
Oforikro.
David Dunya
ejoso. Oh, so te.
Dunya ne ayi.
What?
O ka za che.
O te kra se ai.
De nyere mate. Dunya ne o ze ejoso si appeal du. Iti o ma ye kwan na be si ejoso hye no so. Na ye ja dunya. Na mvuturu. Ezoko is here mvuturu na wo wiem si ya te say yi no. And ye kwan nyina san tutu initially it is some be ye kwan na nese donkuma e ho na no ho hete yi no oh blessed baby on them se ko be ya ma ye nya ni mp
afase e mo ne ye ne dinde
nti o mo nyiro mo
ye kwan dinde
ko ma nya e say
afase so wa chim to so adu ma so
donyina fo no e say enso afa ho adwen
from mp ye wa opoku menu
donyina fo no enso afa ho adwen say ye hwekwan wo ye kwan na ma ya yate at least you betimi asori akọ adwuma abesi akọ akodi edwa ene ye nyina to ye kwan no economy ni ya so ya nwa
Oliver Kanso o ma dan wo hia so
we pay di na ho na na there is obi oduma mi just for but so man because e kon say kuma say futu ba asomra about ade akosi anyway nyom nye ni nyina amaye mo nye se ebia de MPP ba ye no mo nto aso de mo hwe ye no mo nto aso na mo Ghana but Cathedral there, a baby from Enye. Why? Maybe you know one as I know, waiting to be a bit boy. Pa.
Meda CP. Mr. Tabafu. Bright Kankambodu, host of BKB show. Ghana, one of the leading sports journalists that you work. And no. Okana Adjun, Crofosi, a youth president, just say. You didn't come on the baby after politics. Ray Studio Production, Ejina Fidie Nechi. Veronica Heights, Kumasi Denya, my best service apartment. 25th December, Christmas Day branch. Ye didi yanom na yasa music de so ebewaha. And na afi eraba Queen and Choral Homes, Uniama Media Consult. And the soya se, ema ye di jubedi ebre wo. Ye beshia bim. Merry Christmas.